Hey guys, I'm Sean Cheek of WebPianoTeacher.com coming at you from Waco, Texas. How are you doing? And it's been quite a while since we've done some lessons in the studio. We've had vacation time, stuff to do with family and school stuff. So it's great to be back in the studio making lessons. I've got big plans for lessons coming up this last part of this summer and fall. But it's great to be back. We had a family vacation in Florida that was a blast. Just loved it. It was so fun to be in the ocean and watch the kids enjoy every day. And me and my little girl would go for bike rides and stuff. So we just had a blast. So it's good to be back in the studio now making some lessons. So today we're going to do one of my favorite movies. Okay, I was just a kid when I saw this movie, E.T. Okay, if you haven't ever seen E.T., what's wrong with you? You need to watch the movie. E.T. by Steven Spielberg. But John Williams wrote the music for it. And at the end, there's this amazing piano piece, right? And I've always listened to it and heard it and always wanted to play it. So now we're going to do it today. It's E.T. in credits. Let's take a listen. All right. See if I can do it here. Let me try that one more time. So I'm a little rusty. I'll have to get my chops back, my playing chops back, but I ain't worried about that. We'll be able to do it. But welcome to our website, WebPianoTeacher.com, our online community where we gather together to learn, play, and share the music that we love, creating a culture of encouragement for all you guys out there who are trying to learn to play piano online. You can do it if you pick the right lessons and you know how to practice. That's what I'm going to show you today. Now, as we're talking about this, I'll switch cameras here. Forgot to switch. All right, so we're knocking the rust off, getting back to normal. But if you haven't played in a while, a lot of people are always afraid that when they come back to it, they're going to forget everything and it'll all be gone. I'll have to start over. That is not true. It's really like riding a bicycle, though it may not come back to you that quick. But if you learn something, wherever level you were, that's in your brain somewhere. You just have to find it again and exercise those muscles again. And you'll get it back, and it won't take nearly as long as you're thinking. So don't let a long sabbatical from playing the piano keep you from getting back in and enjoying the music that you love, okay? I mean, I'm going to have to knock the rust off here, just like a lot of you are. So let's get to it. All right, so we're at the board now. We have lots of flats. Sorry about that. That's the key he wrote it in. And it's kind of like my teenage son now. He's almost 18. He always goes, sorry about it, with his kids. And I hear my wife in the background in the control room. That just drives me nuts because he sometimes he says it accidentally to me. And, that doesn't go. But it's a lot of flats and a lot of sharps. Don't let that scare you. It's just a matter of doing it. Once you get used to playing sharps by playing in sharps, used to playing in flats by playing in flats, it becomes natural and actually becomes a little bit difficult to go back to no sharps and no flats. And I like flats and sharps because it kind of guides my fingers. If everything's on the white keys, you can easily get lost. So it's just beautiful. This just shimmers, And I'm going to show you not only the notes, how to play, I'm going to give you a lot of techniques to make shortcuts here to help you learn it quicker. Not any shortcuts on the notes, or it's going to sound like the real thing, but on how to play it, how to see the chords so that you're not struggling with each individual note. Now, let's look at the right hand first. Okay, you can see triplets here. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Da, 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 da. Okay, so triplets. Da, 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 da. Well, you have to look at each group as a chord, as a unit. So you have D flat, F, D flat. So I'm up here. Here's middle C. Guys, and by the way, this is an advanced lesson. If you are a beginner or intermediate or something like that, you need beginner and intermediate lessons. I have tons of those on WebPianoTeacher.com. Choose your lessons carefully. Okay, if you're failing, it's because you're not picking the right lessons. You got to pick something on your level, okay? So, a little advice there. D flat, F, D flat, 1, 2, 5. So play it like this, guys. Just come down and practice playing that whole chord, okay? And I'll show you why we're doing this in a minute. Let's go to the next one, C, F, C. There's the next one, dun, dun. Notice the F does not change, so keep that in mind. It also doesn't change here as we go back to the first one. Whenever you have groups of chords, broken chords, whatever, always hang on to the note that doesn't change as your anchor. Okay? So essentially it's just F on your 2 finger, and I'm going D flat, C, D flat octaves. Now, The next one is a move. And look what I just went for it. Sometimes I'll miss it, sometimes I'll get it, then it'll become comfortable and I'll get it most every time. A flat, D flat, A flat. There's that one. So the melody is this. Da 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 dun dun da. It's the first note of every group of 3. So you want to try to bring that pinky out. A little bit weight on the pinky. Now. And then after a while, then so you kind of hold on to that pinky instead of going da 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 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10 11 12. I'm just going 1 2 3 4. I'm hearing that top note. Okay, so if you went, that's how you want it to sound, as if you had 2 hands playing it. There's the first one. Left hand, D flat, A flat, F, A flat, D flat, A flat, F. Make sure that's right. Yes. Okay, so D flat, A flat is my first little group there. And my next one is F, A flat, and then D flat, A flat, and then F. So it's all a D flat chord, and it's just underneath. And guys, it doesn't really matter so much if you line everything up, just as long as this is underneath. Really. So it's, and you know, they don't have to all line up. Just start together, you know, but this is just an underlying current that it's its own thing. So as long as this chord is underneath, giving that feeling of D flat, this is going to be fine up here. So again, left hand, D flat, A flat, F, A flat, D flat, A flat, F. Now here's a little tip for you. On the left hand, you want to have it so well on your fingers that you don't got to think about it. You don't have to think about it. It's just underneath. Play it so many times that it's there. You don't have to worry about it. And then the right hand, you can concentrate on that because it's more difficult ultimately. Okay? So do that left hand enough to where it's instinct. And then the right hand you can think about and look at, okay, instead of trying them both together. Another quick thing is don't worry about lining up every single thing with left and right hand when you have triplets on the top and you have eighth notes on the bottom, just regular eighth notes. This is for effect. Okay, you have to understand what we're going for here. We're going for just a chord underneath that's rolling like the waves, and then this beautiful shimmering part on top. Okay, so they don't have to all line up. Let's go back to the board. Here we go. I'll go slow motion. Now let's go faster. Up. Okay. Now the next one, we'll do a one more here, and then that'll be good. The left hand looks like it's doing sort of the same thing, right? D flat, A flat, F, A flat, D flat, A flat. Now the right hand, now I said that you don't have to line them up, but they have to be in the ballpark, right? They have to be close. So you could actually, line the first one, that one up. So I'm not saying, don't try to stay, within the ballpark of lining them up, but okay. Next one. So that left hand is same chord, okay, same idea. The right hand, G, F, E flat. That's the melody. And then there, if I were to show that, D flat. So G, D flat, G, F, A flat, F, E flat, G, E flat. And then the last one is a D flat. So it's, okay. If I put them together now, so work on each measure individually, we have, okay. When you get to this one, practice it in, like this, blocked, like we did the first one. So, even if you go that slow, it's still beautiful. It's not as fast as the end credits go, but even at that speed, it's still beautiful. All right, guys. So there's tip of the iceberg there. Again, it's an advanced piece, so those of you who are wondering about doing it, consider where level you are and if you're ready to start it. Also, if you start it, give yourself time. It may take you a year to really get this whole thing down. And yes, we do the whole thing on webpianoteacher.com all the way. And you also can download my sheets for this, which are exact. and you'll have every note there for you. Be able to print it out so you can help yourself with your practicing. Guys, I'll see you on the website. Talk to you later.